Do you want to know how to be approved for a home? Then stay tuned. What's going on? It's Colin Brown here from Homebuyer Solutions, and today we're going to talk about the 3 things that you need in order to be approved for a home. So let's jump straight into it. Let's not waste any time. So there are 3 different ingredients, main ingredients. There's many different things, but here are the 3 main ingredients that you need to become a first-time homeowner. Number 1 is credit. Number 2 is income. And number 3 is a low debt to income ratio. So let's talk about all 3 in a little bit more detail. So number 1 is your credit score. So your credit score needs to be approximately around a 620 or plus in order to be approved for a home. So some lenders will require that your score is higher and some even a little bit lower. But here's one important thing that you need to know about this. This 620 credit score is not the same 620 credit score that you see on Credit Karma and things of that nature. So your mortgage credit score is weighed much differently than all of those credit scores, okay? So even though I'm telling you, you could possibly get approved with a 620, it's not the same 620 that you may know about, all right? So that's the number 1 thing, your credit score, right? So that's number 1, your credit score. All right, number 2 is your income. You need to have a consistent income, mainly in the same industry for the last 2 years or so. And that gives you the least hiccups from the mortgage lenders. So when they're looking at your income and they see that you've been in the same industry for 2 years or more, it's normally a good thing. So you'll need to be able to provide W-2s as well, at least 2 years of W-2s. Normally tax returns aren't required, but they could be required too. So you want to make sure that you have that. Ready as well. But that's only if you're not self-employed. If you're self-employed, it's a whole different ball game. And trust me, I know from experience. So you do have to have tax returns in this case if you are self-employed. And you don't need to write off too much on your tax return, okay? This is very important because the lender is going to go by your net income, all right? That's reported on your tax returns. What is your net income? That's your income minus all of your expenses and all of your deductions, right? So it doesn't matter if you made $1 million in that tax year if you wrote off $980,000. That means that your income for that year was only $20,000. And at least at this current time, depending on your area, that may not be enough to get you approved for a home. So you want to make certain that you do not write off too much of, too many deductions on your credit reports for at least the 2 years that you're looking to become a homeowner. So if you're looking to become a homeowner in, say, for example, 2022, you want to make sure that for the last 2 years, which would be 2021 and 2020, that you have a income that's high enough to where you can get approved for a home. And also this applies if you're a contractor as well, if you're a 1099 and you're not actually employed, but you work as a contractor for someone else. So I'm telling you all this information, but the best thing to do is to hire a CPA to look over all of this for you. A CPA or an accountant to where they can look at the particular numbers for you. So this is not tax advice. I'm just giving you the brief rundown, but for a full picture, you may need to hire a CPA if you're self-employed or a contractor. That's going to be the best bet to make sure that you get into a home. All right, so we've covered credit. Now we've covered income. All right, so number 3 is a lower debt to income ratio. And what is your debt to income ratio? It's basically how much money that you make versus how much debt that you have, or how many debt payments that you have to pay every month. So what goes into your debt to income ratio is normally any personal loans that you have or any type of loans really, and your minimum payment on your credit cards and car loans and student loans these are the things that normally contribute to your debt to income ratio. If you've recently bought a car, that could severely affect your debt to income ratio and could possibly hold you back from qualifying for a home, or it could lower the amount of home that you qualify for. So the tip I'm gonna give you here, if you're looking to become a homeowner within the next, near future, the next 2 years or so, if you can hold off on buying a car, you probably wanna do that. So secure the home first and then buy a car, so that way that you approve for the amount of home that you are looking to get approved for. And that new car loan, which could be, $20,000 or $50,000 or $60,000, whatever, your tastes are, what you're looking to buy, that could hold you back. That new payment, because the way it's calculated, they take the minimum payment as well. So that new payment could actually throw off your whole debt to income ratio. So a quick recap here. Here are the 3 ingredients that you need in order to get into a home. Number 1, credit score. If you aren't confident that you can walk into a realtor's office right now and get approved for a home, then your credit score may not be ready. And that's okay, because I know a guy that can take care of that for you. All right. Number 2 is your income. All right. It's not so much about how much you make at times, but you do want to make certain that you have a consistent income. Okay. So if you're looking to get into a home, make certain that you're not changing jobs or changing, not positions, but changing industries that you work in. So if you work as a teacher now, of course you want to probably stay at that position at least until you get into your home. So just try to stay in the same industry and have consistent income that's either the same or even better, increasing, because mortgage lenders like to see that as well. So that's number 2, income. And number 3, a lower debt to income ratio. And the way that you control this is that you pay down any debts that you currently have and don't add on new debt that you will have to pay on every month, like a new high limit credit card that you would have to pay down, or it could be a new car. You definitely don't want to get a new car. If you can, hold out, all right? But of course, if you have to, you have to, but as best practice, you definitely want to hold off on that if you can. So those are the 3 ingredients you need to get into a home. Now, if you would like more information, or you would like a professional to look over your credit reports to make certain that you are ready to get approved for a home, well, I got the guy for you, all right? So go ahead, go down below, click the link and schedule a free consultation. And we will look over your entire financial situation to make certain that you are ready for home ownership. All right, so that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next one.